So today we will be discussing trap decks and whether or not they're still viable in modern day Yu-Gi-Oh! But of course, you know the drill by now. Friendly reminder to smash the like and subscribe button. It's free, it only takes like 1 second out of your life, and it makes me really happy. Thank you very much. Alrighty, so to start things off, let's start by making a list of every trap deck out there. It's a small one, so it's not gonna take too long. We have Labyrinth, Eldritch, Dinomorphia, Altergeist, Trap Tricks, especially with the new structure deck, as well as potentially Subterror and True Draco. There are obviously a few others, but they don't really deserve to be here because they probably kinda suck. And the common denominator between most trap decks usually is that they can't really afford to play hand traps because they don't really want to trade one for one. That is not something that usually ends up being in their favor. You could say that there are a few reasons for that. First of all, because they need to be able to blow out their opponent by maybe trading 1 for 2 or 1 for 3 so that they have more resources to play with and that they can stabilize until their engine kind of pops off. When you hand trap someone, sure, the board might be weaker, but nothing guarantees you that there won't be a board whatsoever. On the other hand, if you don't play a single hand trap, you know that the variance is going to be decreased because your hands are always really going to be made of like 5 trap cards, which might actually line up better going second, ironically. Everybody always knows that the combination of Torrential plus Strike is a really nasty combo going second, and that is still something that is scary to this day. I want to say though, the one issue of not playing any hand traps is that now you know for a fact, every single time you go second against someone, that unless your opponent misplays or bricked, you're always going to have to go against a full power board. That makes it so that most of your plays will have to be on your opponent's turn, not really on your own turn, because by the time you're going second and you start playing, you're always going to have to be against a bunch of negates, and without your trap cards to kind of back you up, your plays really won't go through. So in other words, when you're playing trap decks and you lose the dice rolls, you have to be at the top of your game because mistakes are absolutely not tolerated. You start from behind and you need to do everything right if you want to succeed. That's at least if you're going second, because if you're going first, you can actually afford to make mistakes and still win the game because trap decks are really that good going first. Trap decks are known to be the best game 1 decks out there because people don't really typically main deck a lot of back row hate, so if they go up against trap decks and they have to play against floodgates, they can absolutely lose just there. If I play Subterror and open Hidden City with There Can Only Be One, Solemn Strike, and Solemn Judgment, regardless of what deck you're playing almost, you might still lose even if my deck is worse. And this is where the stigma with trap decks originates from, because of the fact that when you're going first, you really don't have to put in that much effort, because your trap cards actually just do all the job for you. If you have an answer for every single move your opponent is about to do, and you have your engine on top of that, I really don't see how you can lose. Unfortunately for trap decks, post game 1, they actually lose all their advantage because people will start swapping their hand traps that are only really good against combo decks, such as Nibiru and Joel and Logbird, for some back removal that are pretty much game ending against them. And this is where I no longer support trap decks because unless they draw very specific cards such as Lord of the Heavenly Prison or Solemn Judgment or Anti-Spell, they most likely will lose to their opponent's side decks. So I want to say this is the big issue with trap decks. When they lose the dice roll going first, they have to just set a bunch of back row and hope that it works, and game 2 and 3 they can fall victim to pretty much just one single card. I'm not trying to say that trap decks can't beat combo decks or anything like that because they absolutely can, and piloted by the right player they can do really well. But unfortunately, you're not always putting the odds in your favor when you're playing these kind of decks every single time. Anyways, that's pretty much all I had to say for this video. Let me know, guys, how do you feel about trap decks in modern day Yu-Gi-Oh? I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.